Ink-a-dink, 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 ink-a-dink. Wow.
Can you hear me?
Yeah. So Kevin, Basil wants to know about your show. Tell us about your show.
Let's see. Time Out with Kevin Gallagher. It's been airing, going into its 18th year. Cover a wide range of subject matter. It's on Friday nights at 8:30 p.m., Monday mornings at 11, and so just have fun doing it. And it's been doing it a long time. I enjoy it.
Okay. Now the question for you is the pertinent question is: have you ever done a show about cats?
Can't say that I have.
Okay, you got plans to do one in the future?
Well, no, wait, let me take that back. I did do a show with one of the animal shelters, so there were cats on the show.
Excellent.
There you go. How's that?
They were dead cats, though.
Huh?
They were dead cats.
No, they weren't dead. They weren't dead. Rich Merritt, cameraman extraordinaire.
Absolutely.
Happy holidays.
Happy holidays and all that good stuff.
Well, remember the episode where I got the massage, like the show you did?
Oh, yeah.
Rich was right in there with the camera doing a great job.
Oh, yeah. Big
I
time.
wanted to get the essence of your body, all 6'3" or whatever it is.
All 6'8" or whatever it is.
Body, don't lie. What's your favorite show, Kevin? Of all the ones you've done, hundreds of shows, which ones are your favorites?
Oh, he's going to get in trouble.
Oh, I'm going to get in trouble now. Probably when I have a really hard time getting a guest, or it's a very big guest, like a Paul Craig Roberts, who was the Assistant Secretary Treasury under Reagan first term. I've actually had people come up to the street and ask me, how did you get him on the show? And I said, well, I emailed him. And so...
you took Basil's question right out of his mouth. How'd you get him on your show?
I emailed him.
Well,
there was another show I did right after the Katrina.
That's clever.
The Katrina thing, where I did a show with one of Wynton Marsalis's bandmates, and they were right there in Louisiana. And it took I think you were doing camera for that show, Rich. And it took almost a half an hour to get him on the phone because there was just chaos down there. So.
Oh my God! Yes, right.
Oh yeah. Katrina? Yeah, right after Katrina, he had 50 people at his house, staying at his house.
Now, are all your shows up on YouTube?
A vast majority of them. There's over 1,200 different videos up on my YouTube channel. There's over 5,000 subscribers, over 3.5 million views, which really blows me away.
Is that Wynton Marsalis one up there?
Yes, it is.
Excellent. I'm going to encourage everybody to go where to find this on YouTube? You
can go to timeoutyoutube.com, timeoutyoutube.com, all one word. I'll take you right to the YouTube page.
One of the shows that I did for Kevin Gallagher that I really remember is when Kevin Gallagher did the first presidential debate between two libertarians running for the presidency.
Yeah.
And that was a real good, because I'm a libertarian Republican. So
who they are?
It was Bill Still, and there was another guy, and it was the first televised presidential debate in Connecticut.
Yeah.
I think is what it was.
That's what it was.
And it had some of the third-party candidates on debating.
Nice.
I forgot about that, Rich.
Yeah, well, that was never done here before.
Yeah, it was never done.
I've got some good libertarians on my show, too. Basil talks a lot about libertarians, too. One more thing. Reach into where his picture is there and pull out that utensil that's in there and give us a good what the fork.
What the fork?
Excellent.
How's that, huh?
What the fork, baby?
And there you have it.
Here you go. Put a fork in him. He's done.
Okay. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Here we go. Pizza. Compliments of Parma. There we go.
This is coming from
Parma.
Kids, this is what used to be called Tonelli's back in the day, but now it's Parma.
Name, but that's okay. Yes, from Parma.
Well, people that remember Tonelli's fondly,
yes,
they'll know Parma is also an excellent spot to get pizza.
Yes, it is. Excellent spot.
Good. Thanks.
Thank you. I'll be back with the other pizzas.
It's going to be the end of the interview. I'm going to spring it on you right now. You can do it right now if you want to. Grab a hold of that utensil and say, "What the fork?"
What the fork?
There you go. Now, on to the meat of...
You?
Now on to the meat of the interview. Who are you and what brought you to doing stuff here?
Well, I'm Barb Keidel, and I've been here since 2007. Wowee. Anyway, I took a TV production course early on, as everyone else did, and I thought I would really like to do a show because my whole life has been singing and acting and performing, doing community theater, so I thought this would be another aspect of things, and it certainly has been. And I heard about it because I was involved in other groups in Danbury, and people were talking about the class you could take at ComCATS. So I came in, and that's where it's all been. I've had some very interesting guests. Welcome.
Have a seat. You're next.
Very interesting guests and meeting people like yourself with your famous
Basil BuddhaCat.
Basil BuddhaCat. Why does Basil have a fork?
Well, so we can say what the fork.
Oh, okay. I like that.
Because we can't say the alternative phrase on our show, although we probably have on occasion. But we have to.
Okay.
We have to use.
Blur it out.
Sometimes we'll do what the, and then I'll play the harmonica really loud or real loud chord. We'll do all kinds of stuff.
Well, it's so nice of you to have this little conversation. So it's a weekly talk show, as yours is.
Yep.
Interesting people.
And the name is
These Days.
These Days.
Yeah. So I'm so happy to be here tonight and glad to see you again, even though our paths don't cross too frequently.
Not nearly enough.
Yeah, and so it's pretty much that's it. Have a few people on and different topics.
Basil doesn't let me out too often.
Well, Basil, what the fork? I mean,
that won't go on the air.
Well, he told me I could say it.
Wait, she said what the fork.
Fork.
You got to be very careful about we're very good. Your turn now. Come on, Lynn, have a
Okay,
seat.
nice talking to you.
Thank you, Barb.
Please. I'm looking for food now.
like
How
your
are
trousers,
you?
fine.
Oh, thank you, thank you. How are you? Oh.
Very simply, I'm going to have you.
How are you?
Lynn, you can tell Basil about your show because you've been doing a show for a very long time. Basil's right there next to you.
Okay.
Duck under there, Rich.
Where's your Santa Claus hat?
Basil is
I got
the
mine right here.
The cat?
Yeah, that's the host of Basil BuddhaCat Presents. And I'm the co-host, interpreter, and chief gopher for Basil.
What would you like me to tell you?
Tell Basil about your show.
My show. It's on 21 years now.
21. Ah,
Now
that's an old enough to vote.
1,046 shows. It's called In Our Opinion, and it's a new show every single week. We don't do any reruns. So, unless I can't find somebody to direct tomorrow, then I may have to have a rerun.
Do you add any videos, or is it strictly talking?
Strictly talking.
Excellent.
Sometimes we talk to guests. I've been out for 8 weeks because I had a knee replacement.
Yes.
Joel had guests in, but usually it's just Joel and I talking about what's happening in Danbury.
That's Joel Urisi, right?
You're right.
Okay.
Yes.
Yep. Now, Basil and I don't get a chance to see your show because we not only don't we have Comcast, but we don't even have a television. Which is why we're in here occasionally making our own television.
I couldn't live without it. I'm hooked on television and have been.
What do you watch? What do you watch on TV besides Comcast? Or is it just Comcast?
No, I have Comcast. It's the only thing coming into the house. And
But I mean, the shows, the shows on cable television, the shows on Comcast, the cable shows that the fine people here produce.
Marty Heiser.
Yep.
I've watched some of the sports shows, but I've gotten out of that lately. Some of them are on late, and I'm normally in bed by then, especially with the knee lately.
Well, Basil doesn't come on till 10 o'clock on Friday night.
I'm normally in bed by 10 o'clock.
Yeah, Basil doesn't come on till 10 o'clock on Friday night, and then Sunday.
Tickled, Basil?
And then Sunday he does. We do our more religious show because Basil, like myself, is a devout Christian religiously and a Buddhist philosophically. Okay. So we do a Sunday morning show at 11 o'clock, which we try to add a little bit more religious angle to it.
Okay.
But which topics have you discussed over the years that you remember the best, that you like the best, that you enjoy the most?
The things that I can get out before they hit the newspaper because I attend the meetings and listen in here, and I get to talk about things before people know about them. And then they say, that's not happening, and it's like, oh, yeah, they are. Like the new one that's coming up with the stormwater drains, if you read today's paper.
I don't read the paper either.
Okay.
Sorry.
Okay, cool.
Yes,
Thanks.
Yeah, we are. You can duck under if you want.
no.
Okay.
But I talked about that 6 months ago. And
So a
just
lot
hit
of
the paper
so a
today.
lot of good local interest topics.
Informational. And it was funny because when we first started the show 21 and 22 years ago, it was pick on everybody.
Yeah.
Pick on everybody. It has not turned into that anymore. We now are an informational. We tell everybody what's happening and where.
Interesting.
The only thing we can't tell people is how much it costs to get into the different things.
So Dave,
Yeah.
it's your special shows that
This is going to be my New Year's show. Pardon me. The cat corrected me. Not my New Year's show. It's Basil's New Year's show.
Well, we have things broken down into different categories based on the different types of equipment you use and the different facilities here, whether it's the studio or the editing or the portable equipment, things like that. So the first award goes out to the third most active portable equipment user. So these are the people who take out the equipment and are doing shooting on the weekends and stuff like that. And so the number 3 person is Deanne Bigland. Where is she? She's
I think she's in the edit suite.
She's here somewhere. Oh,
She's working on the equipment right now.
she's editing all that footage that she was out shooting.
so we can hear.
Portable equipment. There she is.
I love it. Thank you, guys. Oh, I can see what happens. Congratulations. Thank you very much. I'm working hard now. I'm working even harder. We're going to be number 1. Happy holidays.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
So the second most active portable equipment user, and I think this was the first year that, well, this is true for Dee, but I think this was the first year that he began using the remote equipment and taking it out. He was out there every weekend this summer doing a show. Richard Teasdale.
All right.
Go Richard, go Richard, speech.
He's a quiet guy.
7 cameras ago.
Oh my Lord, he didn't say nothing.
Okay, so now we come down to the top spot. The number 1 most active portable equipment user for the year 2014, who happens to be using the portable equipment right now.
Hold on to that. Fix it on us, hon.
Are you going to get me on your show?
No. Yeah. Oh, yes.
Okay, then I'll hold it. Okay, then I'll hold it.
Happens to be...
Atta girl, get tough.
That's right.
Commercial.
He's coming up with props.
Oh Lord.
You got props too?
I
This
don't
is the host
Richard.
of the show, Basil BuddhaCat.
All
I'm
right.
just flunky.
All right.
There's your certificate.
Speech,
Thank you
speech.
very much.
All right.
Basil says,
All right.
Doesn't he say, what the fork?
No, he says,
what the fork?
Oh, what the... Oh, Lord help us.
Okay, moving right along.
Next category. Okay, the next category is the most active edit suite user.
Okay. You're not just having
Out there, Final Pro editing the most this year. So the number 3 most active user is Cheryl Marceau.
All right.
And that was largely for Marty Heiser shows.
Oh, look at that.
All right.
You earn yourself, Cheryl, you earn yourself a bonus from Marty.
I think I might get called back up again.
Speech.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
And our number 2 most active edit suite user is Mr. Bob Ross.
You can kiss Dave too. That's okay.
Okay. Our number one most active Edit Suite user this year, Mr. David Stevenson. Basil's coming to accept.
In unison, what the Lord? Thank you very much.
Wow.
You keep on shooting to the other people too.
All right, so now we've been moving on, and so we've moved from the portable equipment to the Edit Suite, and now we are in the studio. Okay, so these are all the folks that are working here in the studio. They could be camera people, or directing, or audio, or graphics, or any of that good stuff in the studio here. And so the number 3 most active studio user for 2014 is Cheryl Marceau. All right.
Nice shirt. Sure, yeah.
So there you go.
Thank you so much.
So you've been in here a lot.
Yeah. I have. Most of the people here know me.
Not volunteers.
Thank you.
Yeah. You're welcome. Okay, number 2. Number 2 most active studio user. Any guesses? You. No.
Kevin.
No. We've got Richard Teasdale. How many different shows do you?
I think it's about 5.
5 different
Very nice, Richard.
Jeez, slacking off.
Very nice.
And Cheryl is cleaning up tonight.
Okay, and we're up to the big prize in the active studio users. And number 1 most active studio user for 2014 is Michael Toohey. All right.
Speech. Oh, Lord.
All right, our next category is the most active user overall. So this would be somebody overall, whether it's in the studio, Edit Suite, taking out the remote equipment, everything collectively. Okay. So the number 3 most active user overall, Mike Toohey.
Speech.
Okay, our number 2 most active user overall,
Richard Teasdale.
Richard Teasdale.
Hey, Rich. Slacking off a little bit, aren't you?
Yeah, congratulations again.
Thank you very much.
Speech.
You learn from Mike.
Our number 1 most active studio user, most active user overall, again, studio, Edit Suite, everything, is David Stevenson.
Oh.
I'm thrown in the hat.
Oh, Lord.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Speech.
And many thanks to Dave and Candy, who are the greatest.
Yeah.
Okay, so obviously we like to encourage people to make as many new original shows throughout the year as possible. So that's what this award is about. So this is it's actually the show or the person behind the show that has made the most new single episodes of their show during the year. The other way of looking at it is they showed the fewest number of repeats. And all new shows all year long. Okay? So, number 3 of the most new original shows is David Stevenson.
Person get it.
He's tired.
Hats off.
Look at that.
Slide out to me.
Hold on.
Okay.
Pass it over. Yay!
Alright, skipping number 2. Now we're moving right on to the number 1 most new original shows for the year 2014. Michael Toohey! Wednesday, Thursday.
Daddy.
Shows.
Speech.
And now you need to make a speech.
Joys of having no life.
Don't put it at the corner.
Okay, so let's go.
Oh, they do. Right. Okay. Okay. Our next series of awards here are for the length of time that you guys have been coming and putting on your programs. So this is a real true award in the sense of a testimony to how long you like to put your time in here with Dave and I. Okay? So thank you for this. And our 5-year on the air award, starting with 5 years, we're going to work our way up for the amount of time that you've been coming, goes to, the first show is Progressive Soup.
Yeah!
Okay. Okay, our next show for 5 years on the air. These days, Barcado.
Oh, Lord.
It does feel longer, but. Our next show, they're not here with us tonight, but the 10 years on the air. Now we're moving on up. 10 years is The Struggle. So that show airs on Thursday nights. I know they're not here to accept that, so we will accept it on their behalf. And our next show, with 15 years on the air, is Destined to Win. I know they're not here as well. So we will accept that on their behalf.
Accepting on behalf
And do you want to? Okay. And our next awards are, for now, we're moving on up to 20 years.
Wow.
Some dedication there, right? Okay. Okay, 20 years on the air goes to Lynn Waller for In Our Opinion.
Sorry.
You definitely want to speech.
Got our attention. I was going to take it off of Mike's no life. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you. 1,046 shows.
Yeah, last year they hit their 1,000th episode.
Oh. And thank you for all of you who have pitched in and helped over the years. I appreciate it very much.
When I was an intern here, the first show I ever worked on was Lynn's. I did camera while I was an intern here, so she got me started too. So I'll thank her there.
Thank you.
Friday night today.
Friday night today.
Yeah.
Okay, and our next final award for years on the air, we have 25 years on the air, and this is for the gospel. And they are not here, unfortunately, to accept their award, so again, we have to accept it on their behalf. But that's, Wednesday nights at 6:30, so tune in to see that. So congratulations to everyone. And I know, like Dave said, we said earlier, we feel like broken records, but we really truly are thankful for all of you and all of your dedication and your time coming in and giving back to the community. That's why I love my job. I love being able to meet new people all the time and help you guys and produce your shows and give back to the community. So I think that's excellent. So pat yourselves on the back. And before Before you leave, I have some goodies to give to people, so please, if you're going to walk out the door, please see me first. Okay.
How about a round of applause for Danny and Dave?
We have a variety of little tchotchkes and giveaway things and stuff, but there's one
special
of interest that you should be aware of.
Yes. I have some lovely USB thumb drives for everybody. They're too big.
Ooh.
Okay. Now there's a special little contest going on now with our USB drives. You all get one, but you have to put it into your computer, and if there is a file on the thumb drive, that means you won. Something special. So you take one, and then if you have, plug in your computer, and then if you find you have a file on there, then you can bring it back into Dave and I, and you'll win a piece of shit. We have other things as well.
Hey, Candy-Ann, are there outtakes in here?
Yes. For real.
All right.
So before you leave, make sure you stop by and pick up. We got some other goodies for you too. So thanks to everyone for coming out.
Yay! One last pan, guys. Let's pan it out. Come on. Daphne! Merry Christmas, girl. Yay! Hey, big winner, how you doing?
Just a quick note, not to besmirch dogs. Basil would never do that. At least not too often. But dog language has two different sounds in it. Now, if you combine those two sounds in different ways, you can come up with only a total of 4 concepts, ideas, statements. One is scratch my belly. One is feed me. One is take me for a walk. And the last of the 4 is, oops, I piddled on your carpet. Cat, on the other hand, has only 2 sounds. But we've reached a point now, we're not saturated yet, still moving forward with ideas and words and concepts, depending on how you reflect and combine and contrast the sounds, those 2 sounds. Cat language is up to 898,417, 418, 419. It's the language. And Basil just now he's up to 97 languages he's fluent in. And he's finally getting around to Espanol. Because I figure it's about time.
See.
So that's Basil's 98th language. He's going to be a proud, he might even get his green card. You never know. So, the cat of all cats says,
Merry Christmas and Feliz Navidad.
God! Or something like that.
They say they'd rob your grandma blind on Wall Street, fritter her away her Medicare on Wall Street. And Pharma Oil and their pet fox don't care if she lives in a box, so long as they wear platinum jocks on Wall Street, Meow.